right, that the global economy will shrink by 1%. We are looking at India growth, standing at 1.9%. 500 million job losses, 2.2 million cases and still rising. India has in fact seen the largest spike in the cases in the last 24 hours. We are talking about 200 countries impacted, 100 nations have blocked their doors. And Silicon Valley, the so-called silver lining in the sky, has always seen 200 plus startups closing in the last 30 days. I mean, our favorite brands like Airbnb or Marriott are looking at 10% utilization. They have never, ever seen in their history. And Boeing, I mean, I just read yesterday, Boeing is asking for $60 billion relief from the government. And among all of this, if we look at IT industry, which probably is the farthest reaching industry from India, which is very export oriented, is not spared as well. I think we are very, very early on to even gauge the numbers and the revenue impact. But clearly, all of us can see that it's impacting big time. In a nutshell, I think it doesn't matter in which industry are we, whether you're in BFSI or manufacturing or technology or in logistics. I think you're equally hit. However, there's a silver lining. I think brands like P&G and Unilever seem to be actually expanding and doing the inorganic and organic expansion. But, the 5-point agenda that I have put for myself and what I have seen is working very well is first and foremost the recommendation to marketers: take off your marketing hat and put everybody else's for a day. What would you do if you are the CFO of the company? What would you do if you're the chief people officer of the company, right? Put yourself in the rainmaker's hat and see what's the impact that you can make on the ground. So I think that's the first recommendation because it makes your perspective, it makes your plan, it makes your strategy far more complete and total, right? I think the second, the operating word for marketers' success today, especially during COVID-19, Anuj, that I see is extra. And what I mean by here is you got to be extra communicative to all your stakeholders. You're no longer a brand and advertising and a marketing person anymore, right? You got to be extra communicative to your internal stakeholders, to your partners, to customers, to community, to governments, right? And to industry bodies. That's the only way we will get through it together. I think the second lever here is to be extra conscious. I mean, I'm seeing some of the marketers in this whole enthusiasm to still market and sell, they are not very sensitive. So you got to be extra sensitive, extra caring of your customer's context, right? The problem of your customer sitting in an auto industry in Spain might be very different from somebody who's a design firm in Italy. I think you need to respond, you need to care, you need to engage differently. That's the second. And the other extra word is you cannot be any more extra collaborative than today. Whether you're collaborating with your own customers or community or partners or media for that matter, I think this is the time to be extra collaborative. And we have seen this, work very well for even brands like a Wipro or a Tech Mahindra, right? And I'll give you a case in point of the larger Mahindra group, how they are doing this very well. But before that, I think the third important point for us marketers is serve better now so that you're able to sell better tomorrow. There is no way you should get into a sell mode right now and look for an immediate ROI. That's not going to happen, right? Especially not in the B2B space, maybe in few industries that Prasarajit and Ravi pointed out, but not in B2B space. And I think one point that Ravi mentioned very clearly is retain customers with empathy, engagement, and experience, especially for a B2B industry where I come from, in technology. I think except for healthcare, work tech, and collaboration software, nobody in B2B industry is buying, right? And thankfully, the so-called technology industry has, driven by 98 to almost 99% of repeat customer. So the agenda today is to serve the customer and not sell to the customer. And last point, which I think we are seeing very, very beautifully being done by most of the technology brands and B2B brands, is give, 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 and give more. I mean, I can tell you from my analysis on digital and social media that even for a $8 billion brand like Wipro, Rishad's comment on Wipro kitchen feeding 2 lakh migrant laborers in the last 30 days got him far more admiration than any piece of insight or thought leadership paper. I think that's a very, very beautiful example of what is the community looking at. Because even your B2B customer is a human being. He's part of a community, right? And the good news for marketers, while I talked about the whole gloomy situation around us, the Google and the Twitter research says that 64% of the users today globally are still looking for brands to advertise. And 70% of them want the brands to advertise to them through boosting positivity and sharing positive stories. So if you're not doing that, I think that is a disservice to our customers than to probably just stay quiet, right? And how would you do that? I think this is the time where digital media comes to your saving, right? Most of us B2B marketers who have spent 35 to 40% of our marketing budgets in doing gala events and shows and conferences, we have realized, that that's gone poof in the air. And but it's an amazing blessing in disguise, because today I can reach out to an Anuj at his home at those times of the day with the messages that I want him to consume, right? And if I show that I care, he will consume that content. So I think digital media is coming out to be a huge blessing for the marketers we are looking at. Clearly, even when you're looking at live events making a digital push, I think where we are, I would say in a level of maturity of 1 to 5, we are still in level 2. We have figured out how to orchestrate so-called digital events. But I think in order for our events to be very highly interactive and engaging, experiential, we still have a little mile to go to make it through AR, VR, through virtual interactions and so on and so forth. So I think that's where the digital engagement agenda would come into picture. And, the case in point is actually, for me, it's at home. The Mahindra Group has done a phenomenal job, right, from the chairman of the company to employees, on doing all 5 of the things that I've talked about, Anju. Anand Mahindra is on social media and responding to public queries without any disintermediation, without any PR exercise. Mahindra factories have been turned into ventilator units, correct? The Pininfarina so-called design lab team, which were there here in India, they're actually designing, a new concept for, low-cost ventilators. They have literally, converted their factories into mask making factories, correct? And everybody, I think the amount of contribution that Mr. Mahindra and his team is doing, not just to the Indian economy and the Indian community, but to all the countries that he operates in, is a beautiful example of that humanity, heart, and humor will never go out of fashion. I would say the B2B marketers need to pivot to B2C marketing. And the C here is not consumer or customer. The C here is the enterprise businesses that are showing empathy towards community, micro community, macro communities are going to be the brands that are going to remain in your hearts. And I can tell you from my own experience that if you're a brand that can win hearts today, you are in a better position to change minds tomorrow. Okay. Because that's what people are going to remember, which brands are with them during tough times. And as Prasanjit pointed out, I think the second biggest thing would be for B2B marketers is conservation of your tactical budgets and reassess your current situation. Your customer is not buying right now. Don't waste your budgets. Don't waste your structure. Don't waste your time in selling products. It's not going to happen right now. Okay. The other thing is, while all of us are so intertwined and struggling about dealing with the COVID-19, it's very important that we also spend some time, step back and look at the long-term growth strategy. What would you do when the times are going to be good and, we are in better times? What is your long-term construction strategy of brand, right? And that's where you would realize that you will have to put in all the tactical budgets that you save today into creating growth campaigns. I'll give an example. So, for example, at Tech Mahindra, the first thing that we did after BCP and moving the employee into remote workforce is ask the customers and created a community of customers where customers can learn from each other's experience. I mean, we assume that the customers want to live in silos. They don't. An automotive customer would love to hear what is an hospitality customer doing. A retail customer would love to hear what a healthcare customer is doing to deal with the situation. A large enterprise, a Fortune 500 company actually reached out and said, I would love to know what's your startup hub doing? How are they creating agile structures? I think this is the time for us to learn, reflect, and be ready for the future. That's in a nutshell what I would say, Anuj, is the messaging for B2B. And stay away from gimmicks. Don't spend money or time in gimmicks. As everything shifts, the KPI for any digital campaign in the short term would definitely shift. We are no longer looking at your so-called ROI or conversion as one of the KPI for any digital campaigns, right? I think the most quantitative that I have seen in most of the industries is the customer reach and engagement and response. I think that's about it. Of course, there are industries like the essential goods, right? The healthcare and collaboration technology firms that are seeing a huge upsurge in their NPS, right? They're seeing huge amount of improvement in conversion data. But clearly in the short term, don't even bother about an ROI in terms of conversion. Just focus on the sentiment, just focus on the positive response and engagement.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.